Pober, no one has done more for us than you have. You fought for us and advocated for us, and it means so much to me, all the things that you've done. And you've been such an inspiration and so inspiring, especially with the student conference that you let us go to. Thank you.
Hey Suchi, I just want to say thank you for always being a really a kind-hearted professor. I also just really appreciate your technical leaning. We've all just really needed sort of that influence and understanding just how the pieces and the parts go together. Your brain just works in that way, and I think that's so crucial sort of in our beginnings in the design sort of train, just understanding really how something can feasibly work and feasibly come together. Sometimes we start off with these grandiose ideas and they just really need to be put in that technical perspective so that we grow, one, as designers, but then two, just sort of as individuals. I think your influence was so critical in crafting that sort of mindset, and you did it really with that mothering spirit that you are just so defined by. We can just really tell that your heart is for us and that your compassion is for us, and we so appreciate that. Thank you so much, Suchi.
Okay, so I would like to say thank you to Natalie Ellis, and I would like to say thank you for a couple things. First off, I'll start by saying I was terrified of Natalie to begin with. I remember during our freshman crits, she came in and in this really elaborate dress, and she looked like a designer, and I was like, oh my gosh, who is that? And then we had her for furniture design, and that was a rough class as it is, but I want to say the first thank you part was like giving me that wake-up call about how special this field is and how much more like time and effort I could be putting into my projects. And that kind of stemmed from that cabinet project that we did first. I remember I thought I could do it in a day and a half, 2 days, and well, at 7 a.m. when I'm building the model, I crushed the entire thing with my hand, and it was done so. So I remember I went and talked to her after that, and it was on a Saturday. I remember I walk in, and she had a Dave Matthews Band shirt on, and it's like my favorite band, and she had the same aroma diffuser, and I was like, okay, we can click, like this relationship can work. And then from that, I want to say thank you for teaching me like the overall basis of applying like design concept to the form and function. That underlying basis is what I still use for initial concept on projects from that. And thirdly, I want to thank you for helping me through a tough time last semester, starting at the beginning and kind of a rough patch I was going through. I remember I came and talked to you personally about it, and you made me feel loved and supported, and that I wasn't alone in this, and that I could still, tackle this project. And your advice was to put all my energy into this project to get through the tough time, and that's what I did. And that really, helped me over that hump. So I thank you for that. Just want to thank you for being a light in the past 4 years and sparking that initial passion for design.
Elizabeth Pober is by far one of my favorite professors ever. I think that she needs to know that she is so, so valued here. I think she does know it, but in case she ever forgets. She has been such like a motherly figure, and I think that gets lost like in this world that we're in, like in Gould. We don't really have a lot of people to look to for that. It's very much like student-teacher relationship, and so you've always been so amazing and so thoughtful, and even when you're mad at us, like I know that you still love us. Like it's just like it's such a special bond, and it's so important that we had that, and we had the opportunity to have you and not only learn from you, but also just watch you be who you are. You're so strong and you work so hard, and it's amazing, and I'm going to get emotional and I can't even handle it. I just think you're so great and we love you so much, so thank you.
I want to say thank you to Natalie. Time ran so fast and we are ready for graduation. I still remember I don't know everything about furniture and wood. And I went to your office and asked you questions. You are so nice and patient to me. You tell me a lot about furniture and how to do the solution in my project. And I learned a lot from you, and I want to say thank you again.
Hillary, you've been so encouraging to us this year. It means a lot how much work you've put in to help us prepare for our futures. Thank you for answering my panic texts at 3 in the morning and for helping me through everything.
Okay, so I would like to thank Rick Skaggs. I want to thank him for teaching me the importance of sketching in such a world that's consumed with technology, and our field is everything's done on a computer. I think that first semester where we had the hand draft and not the sketchbook really taught me, well, it brought me back because I did a lot of visual art in high school, so it brought me back to that, and I could see how art and interior design kind of overlap with each other. I remember Rick gave me a lot of tools to use when we had to do the giant library project. So I'm left-handed, so I was really struggling with smearing and messing up a lot, or having to erase and starting over, and gave me like not secret tools, but just different methods of doing things in order to complete it successfully, because that was very tough. It's also really tough on a lighter note, being so short and having to hand draft on the tables. So he told me to stand on books. That really helped towards the end. And then we had Rick again for our junior year, and between freshman and sophomore, we were heavily focused on computers, and the projects I did were basically designed in Revit and AutoCAD. I mean, there was a couple sketches, but with this restaurant project, Rick really wanted us to sketch, do everything by hand before moving to the computer. And I was like, okay, it's gonna take forever, but I'll do it. And it was the first project, like up until that point, where I felt like the whole thing was my own and it wasn't a compilation of like other designers' ideas or Pinterest projects that I had seen. It also made me critically think more and see, tear the trash off, try the wall this way, or tear it off and help me design a rock wall and see how the pieces were gonna fit together for that. And I still appreciate that with that project, and so I just want to thank you for teaching us that old school is not uncool.
Suchi, this is for you. I had you freshman year, and you were always so blunt and just so straightforward, and I loved that. I think that we really needed a professor like that, and you told us how it was, and you're very direct with us, and I know that I can always go to you if I need like a very stern and honest opinion, and I think that's something that I really do value about you, and so I appreciate that, and you have always been one of my favorite professors. I think you're amazing, and I know that the students really, really love you and appreciate your greatness.
Rick, I just want to say thank you so much for being you. It's been really fun just sort of watching you teach the early design studios versus the later design studios, just how we've gotten to experience you just in the solely sketching realm while you're really trying to craft that idea of graphic standards, that idea of using our hands, thinking creatively, and then taking that spirit and applying it in an actual project setting, being able to take that sort of free-flowing conceptual leaning and being able to apply it in a very practical way has been so fun for us. And on just a personal note, just your love for design is so well communicated, and also that's really balanced by sort of your dadly tendencies, your desire to help us grow and to help us develop and be the people we're meant to be. I really appreciate that. Your compassion really is so evident, and it's so well balanced with this love of design. Really, you're able to mesh the two together in such a powerful way, and I so appreciate the work that you've done for us and the time that you've invested in your heart for us. Thank you so much.